All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Plant-Based Kitchen Lab. How's everybody doing? So tonight we are doing a sushi roll hybrid situation. You know, last week we did onigi razus, and tonight we're doing a version of that, but I like when I have the square rice paper. Today I don't have the square rice paper, so we have the round rice paper, right? So what we're gonna do is, instead of doing the folds in the square, we're gonna just kind of make rolls, right? So everyone's gonna get their own rolls kind of thing, and then maybe we'll slice it up, we'll see. But either way, it's gonna be a little different, right? So first things first, let's make our rice, okay, while we get everything else ready. Where's my pot that I had here? Someone took my pot. Oh my goodness. Here's my pot. All right, let me get my rice in here. Don't need too much. All right, so let's say about maybe 2 cups of rice. All right, I'll just pour this out. Back wants to play games today. Okay, and give this a quick rinse. What's up, people? I'm just washing my rice. Give me a second. I'll be right with you. Sure. Alright. Okay, rice is washed. And get some water in here to cook it. Alright, looks good. Crank the fire up. All right. Rice is on the fire. All right, let me adjust this so we can see what we're doing. What's up, people? How's everybody doing today? Welcome. My name is Ed Harris. I am your plant-based chef for dinner tonight. All right, and we're doing a delicious spread of veggies all wrapped up in a delicious roll. All right, so let me walk you through what we have. We have shredded carrots, we have tomatoes, cucumbers, avocados, red onions, red peppers, sliced jalapenos. I'm about to slice up some scallions. We have yellow plantain that we're gonna fry as well. So it's gonna be crazy. All right, but you know it's gonna be delicious. If you were ever on my live last time, or you watched the last video when we did this, we did a version of this, not all of the same ingredients, but quite different. We definitely didn't have the ripe plantain or the shredded carrots in this one. So we're gonna do some cool stuff today, all right? And we're gonna play around with it. So I'm just letting my rice cook, right? I'm gonna put a lid on this. And while the rice is cooking, let's get the solution ready for the rice, right? We're doing our take on sushi rice. So to do sushi rice, you need a rice wine vinegar mixture, right? So rice wine vinegar, a little bit of salt, right? Do a little bit more. Okay, a little bit of salt. And then we also add some sugar in here as well, right? Because that's what gives it that sweetness anytime you eat sushi and you get, the rice. That's what it is. Salt, sugar, vinegar. All right, so we're gonna just mix this up real quick, and that's basically it, right? So some people might add mirin to this. I don't like adding mirin. I just like straight up vinegar, sugar, and salt. All right, and the goal is to add this to the rice when the rice is hot. All right, this way the sugars, if it hasn't melted, will melt, and then also the flavor will just absorb even more into the rice. All right, making a sushi roll hybrid. Yeah, okay, that's AI. My bad. All right, so sushi rice solution is here. It's ready. We're gonna put that to the side. Next thing we're gonna work on, I have my oven on broiled 550. All right, so we're gonna get the tofu ready for the oven. All right. So last time we did the tofu, it came out really good. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing. All right. So last time we did this chili salt mix that I have and some Asian barbecue. Actually, no, we did Chinatown. Right. So where is my Chinatown? Right here. Awesome. So let's put that to the side. Let's slice this up. All right. 1, 2. All right, here we go. Slices are done. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of oil. Let's see my rice, it's almost boiling. So the trick with making really good rice is as soon as it comes to a boil, you wanna turn it down and let it steam, all right? Very, very important. Okay, you don't want it to boil all of the way because that is just not what we're trying to do. So we are boiling, so now I'm gonna add 1 sheet of parchment paper. This helps with the steaming, right? Really important. All right, turn this all the way down. Put the parchment on top. Cover it up real good and slide it over to the back. Now that's my smallest eye, right? This is my smallest eye, all the way down to the lowest. And that's how we cook the rice, nice and slow. It steams, comes out beautiful every single time. All right, so a little bit of oil on my pan, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our tofu slices side by side. So this way when we season the top, we get maximum coverage, all right? Anybody try any new plant-based dishes last week or over the weekend? I want to know. Tell me if you tried anything new or if you want to try something new so we can talk about it and walk through it, right? So we have this right here. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of sesame oil, right? I'm going to drizzle a little bit of sesame oil on the top. Not a lot. And then we're going to hit that with a little bit of my Chinatown seasoning. So this Chinatown seasoning is something I make, and literally it's in the mail en route so we can have it available on TikTok Shop. All right, so this is the first edition. Second edition is what's in the mail. So the label is going to be a little different. We revamped the whole thing, made the seasoning even better. So this is the equivalent of a 5-spice kind of seasoning, but we up the ante, all right? So we're gonna sprinkle some of this over it to give us that Asian flavor, right, on our tofu. Really simple, just one mix. We don't need to worry about how many different seasonings to add to it, right? So we have that in there. And then for the salt and pepper aspect, this is a mix that I just made like a big batch that I'm using in here. So it's chili de árbol, and smoked paprika, sea salt, and yeah, mixed up together, right? So it's a really nice salt mix that just adds a ton of flavor. So we're gonna season our tofu with this liberally, all right? And you notice we're only doing one side. We don't need to worry about the other side because when we flip this over, we're gonna glaze that baby. All right, so this is going to go right into the oven, right? And we're gonna let that crisp up real nice, okay? Now, so we have that working. The next thing we wanna work on is this mix. So sometimes people will try to do, well, not try to do, they'll make vegan tuna fish, right? And you can do tuna fish with chickpeas, garbanzo beans. You can do it with tofu. Some people even do it with carrots, right? So we're gonna do a version of that today, right here. All right.
Someone said tofu nice. Spaghetti squash with the tomato, spinach, fresh garlic, olive oil, crushed walnuts filler.
That sounds fancy. All right, so right into our carrots, we're gonna add a little bit of mayonnaise, not too much, all right, because we don't want this to be super wet.
Someone sent 13 roses, ALB.
Appreciate that, ALB. You rock. Thanks for the roses. All right, so you see, this is where we're at. Not too wet, not too dry, but just enough that it sticks together, right? Then we can season it with a little bit of celery salt and some other good stuff. So instead of just celery salt, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add fresh cracked black pepper to this, right? And then we're gonna hit it with a little bit of Old Bay, right? Because that's gonna give us all of that delicious seasoning that we like, right? Including the celery salt. And then some chili. We want a little spicy. So we're gonna add some fermented chili paste to this as well, right? So it's like a spicy tuna. All right, I'd say about a half a tablespoon. All right, stir this up. And then we're gonna finish it with some celery. Right? And the celery I actually just picked from outside. It's the last bit of my celery that's growing. So I was able to get some small leaves. 1 second. Alright, just checking out my tofu, making sure it's good. And we're good. So I'll put this over here. Then yes?
Deborah sent 18 roses and...
Thanks, Deborah.
Yes.
All right, so celery leaves.
Oh, someone named Roaring Gal sent a heart.
I can't hear you, sweetheart.
Somebody named Roaring Gal sent a heart me.
Roaring, appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so we have our celery right here. We're throwing that right in. That's gonna brighten this up and give it a nice little pop. All right. And then what we're gonna do after we mix this, of course, we're gonna taste it just to see if there's enough salt in here. I'm sure there is. All right.
Jennifer sent a rose.
Jennifer, thank you. All right, already got the heat from the fermented chilies. Let's see. All right. Spicy tuna done. Definitely spicy. Seasoning is good.
Okay.
We're on the money. Now, let's get our scallions ready, right? Because you can't have Asian food without some scallions. Like, just doesn't make sense.
Deborah sent a hand heart.
Deborah, thank you. How's everybody doing? So back to the question of the day. What's the one plant-based dish you want to try or you have tried over the weekend that you want to talk about? All right, I want to hear from the people. I want to see what everybody's saying. All right, rice is good. Let's get these scallions chop. Yeah, appreciate that, Deborah. Thank you so much. What's up? What's up, everybody? How we doing? All right, scallions are cut. I've never tried jackfruit, but I'm curious. Okay. I like that. Jackfruit's different. It's definitely something that can be enjoyable if done properly, right? A lot of people use jackfruit to make things like birria. They'll use it to make like shredded pork, or they'll use it for a lot of different kind of meat substitutes. When I make my vegan oxtails, sometimes I'll put jackfruit in it. You just want to be careful with what kind of jackfruit you get, right? Because there's jackfruit that is in a brine, and there's jackfruit that's in water, right? So if you're new to jackfruit, I would say get the one in the water first because it's the most neutral, and then go from there. But you always want to rinse it out, make sure that you squeeze out all of that water that comes out of the jackfruit if you get the canned jackfruit, okay? Cool. But yeah, it's great for braising. It's great for making like a meat substitute. Anything that you're mixing stuff with together, it's amazing for that. Or if you make like some kind of really delicious broth that you want to kind of simmer stuff into, especially if you're doing like Spanish food and you make like a birria, then it's really cool for that. But you just need to like really season it. All right. What's the next question, Emma?
Someone said I can, same person said I can get it fresh, but I have no idea how to prepare it.
Gotcha. Yeah, getting it fresh, it's cool if you can get it fresh. Of course, you take out the seeds. There are big seeds in there. You take out the seeds and you want to just blanch it, right? You want to cook it in, I would cook it in like a really rich broth. So this way you infuse it with flavor. And then once it's fully cooked, you cool it down completely. And then from there, you use it like if you bought it and you got it from a can. All right? Best case scenario.
Adam and Eve Homesteading said, greetings fellow Guyanese, what auto DM software are you using? I got one as soon as I followed.
Nice. It's actually it's not even software, it's in TikTok. Like you just have to go into a TikTok studio, and it will walk you through setting it up. I know I was really happy when I saw it. Because it took me a minute. I was on TikTok for a while, but I was never as automated as I am now. And it's all TikTok, like no third party, because TikTok does not like third party apps, third party websites, third party nothing. So this is something that is in TikTok. So you don't have to look too far. Just go into TikTok Studio and then your live messages, I think, and you'll be able to get it from there.
Someone asked, same person asked, what about Japanese food?
Japanese food?
For the
for the birria?
Yeah.
Like 100%. Yeah, for the jackfruit. That's the thing. Jackfruit is very neutral, so you literally can use it to make any kind of cuisine. Spanish, African, Japanese, you name it. As long as you have the flavor profiles, you're in a good place. Right?
Someone asked what's for dinner tonight.
What's for dinner tonight? Yes, let me tell you what's for dinner tonight. For dinner tonight, we got sushi rolls, right? But these are hybrid, right? These are not your regular sushi rolls. So it's kind of like the onigarasu that we made last week, where it's rice paper, nori, rice, vegetables rolled up, and then you kind of like sear the outsides. So we're gonna do something similar to that. Last time I had the square paper. I couldn't get my hands on the square paper this time, so I have the round ones. So that's why we're gonna roll it up versus fold it up. All right. So right now I'm making the dipping sauce slash marinade for our rolls. Right. So I just put ABC sauce. Now I'm putting hoisin. Right. There's also miso paste in here already. And then I'm going to hit it with some sesame oil, of course. Right.
Christine said hello, Chef Ed.
Christine, what's up, my friend? How are you? A splash of rice wine vinegar for that touch of acidity, right? Some fresh cracked black pepper, of course.
Somebody sent 8 roses. So I think was asking for jacket.
Yes, appreciate that. Thank you so much. You rock. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of vegetarian oyster sauce in here. And then last but not least, we're gonna hit it with some sweet chili. All right, and then finish this with a little bit of water. A little bit of water. You know what? We're gonna just finish this bottle. Whoops. Okay. That's that. That's wipey wipe.
Christine said good.
Yes, Christine. We're about to have some fun. This is round 2. All right. So let's mix this up. Beautiful. All right. So we got miso, sesame oil. We got liquid aminos, hoisin, sweet chili. We got some banging flavors in here. All right. And then last but not least, check this out. Let me get my ginger. Ginger! Where you at, girl? Where is my ginger? All right, did somebody steal my ginger?
I believe you have it right over there.
Nope, that's the fresh one. I want the frozen stuff. Here it is. What was that?
So I came in after you started. Were the plantains added to the tuna?
No. Plantains haven't been added yet. Plantains are gonna be fried by themselves and then added to the assembly. All right. So frozen ginger is the best for grating. Just make sure you watch your fingers. What's that? No. Too fast.
Okay.
Well, thank you for asking. All right. Frozen ginger works like a charm on the mandolin. Well, not mandolin, on the microplane. All right. You don't have to deal with all that unnecessary fiber. Beautiful. All right.
So I'm gonna ask what you're making.
I am making an Asian themed dinner tonight. All right. We're doing a sushi roll hybrid of sorts. Right. It's a cross between an onigirazu and a sushi roll. All right. And what makes it a hybrid sushi roll is because instead of just nori, we're doing a combination of nori and rice paper. All right. Cool. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So we have our fresh scallions. We have our delicious sauce, which we're gonna double as a marinade as well. Let's see how it tastes. Miso, sweet chili, all at the same time. Can't beat that. Can't beat that.
Roast this on the table for 2, please.
Yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Table for 2 indeed. Yes, people. I'm gonna add a splash more sweet chili. All right. Put that back. Let me put this to the side. Let's check out our tofu. All right, because remember, I have this on broiled all the way on the top. So check it out. Nice and sizzling. Tofu is just about ready. So at this point now, we're going to flip these babies over. All right, let me get my forceps. My surgical tools, you know what I'm saying? My surgical tools, you dig? All right, I'm gonna just flip these over.
I zoomed in a little bit so they can see.
Yes, I saw that. Good job, sweetheart.
Thank
All
you.
right, so we're flipping over our tofu, and they're totally crispy on the top, which is what I love. Like, I love crispy on the outside tofu, soft and gooey on the inside tofu. You know what I mean? Okay, look at that. All right, these are perfect. They are ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the oven off because they literally don't need to cook anymore. Like, they're done. See how quick that was? And you know the flavor is banging, right? So check this out. What we're gonna do now, slide that down. We're playing musical chairs over here. All right, and then we're gonna glaze. All right, we're gonna glaze this baby real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring this over here so the people can see how we glazing this deliciousness right here. You feel me? You feel me? All right.
Someone said you used your wife's hair dye.
So what?
Somebody said you used your wife's hair dye.
Oh, funny. She used it on me actually.
Oh, the same person said, I heard you can scramble tofu and eggs.
Oh yes,
Scrambled eggs. Is it good like that too?
yes, 100%. You just have to do it correctly. So a lot of people.
Not same person. My bad.
No worries. Some people will do scrambled tofu for eggs, but they will put too much water in it, too much vegetable stock. And to me, that just takes away from the tofu, right? The smarter way, I should say, is to do less water. For me personally, I wouldn't use any water, right? I would crumble the tofu. I would make a nice seasoned kind of liquid or broth where it's not a lot, it's like very concentrated. So honestly, I would just take like nutritional yeast, onion powder, garlic powder, turmeric, right? I would mix that together. Then I would saute lots of onions, peppers, garlic, saute that, add the tofu to that, then sprinkle in that dry mix and maybe a touch of broth just to kind of bring everything together and let that flavor kind of evaporate with the steam into the tofu, and you'll have a beautiful tasting tofu. All right. The other way is you could just take different kinds of beans like mung beans, lentils, soak those overnight, puree them with the same kind of spices, the turmeric, the garlic powder, onion powder, nutritional yeast, a little bit of smoked paprika, salt. Some people like using kala namak, which is like a black salt. It's a very sulfuric salt. So using a salt like that adds that eggy kind of aroma and smell. For me, honestly, I don't care for it. Like, I stopped eating eggs, so I don't necessarily want to smell eggs as much as I want to eat something that tastes sort of like eggs or looks like eggs. For me, it's more the visual and the application, not so much the smell. But if that's your thing, then it's cool. No worries, right? But for me, I do liquid eggs and I make them myself. Like, if you go to the supermarket and you see just eggs, I make that version myself at home. And literally it's soaking mung beans, right? I soak it for 24 to 48 hours so it really gets really soft. And then I puree it with a little bit of milk, a little bit of baking powder, garlic, onion, those kind of seasonings. And then it's good to go, right? It is good to go for the next time you need to make eggs. And with that, you can do omelets, you can do scrambled eggs, you can do any kind of egg application, frittatas, quiches, like it works amazing. If you want that recipe, send me a message and I'll send you a link, all right, to that product, because I got it for sale, you know what I'm saying? I got some dope recipes for sale. So if you need recipes, holla at me, all right? Emma, you want to share the live? For everyone here, if you don't mind tapping the screen, give me some likes, share that so we can get some more people to find this amazing plant-based situation. Now,
would you like me to share it again?
Yeah, why not? You know, yeah. Okay, let's get popping. All right. Tofu's done. Sauce is done. Let's check the rice. The rice is probably done. So let me bring it over here so the people can see it, right? And then we're gonna get jumping and get it popping. All right. Remember, when making sushi rice, yep, it's ready. You don't want to cook it with too much water, too much liquid. All right, because that just That is not the guy. You don't want you don't want soggy sushi rice. You know what I mean? Okay, perfect. Not too sweet, not too tart. That's what we're looking for. All right. We need a fork because we're gonna fluff the rice. Very important. All right. So this is what we do. You can see what I'm doing. Yes. So we drizzle in the vinegar solution. All right. So when you're making this rice, when you're actually cooking the initial rice, you're not adding any salt to this. You're not adding anything to it. You're cooking it just straight up. Water and rice. That's it. Because all of the seasoning you're doing in here. All right. Very important. Okay. So we're going to pause there for a second. Nice. All right. We're going to fluff this baby up. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. Let's see if we need to add some more of our vinegar solution.
Miss Pasha said hello, family.
What?
Miss Pasha said hello, family.
What's up, Miss Pasha? How you doing? All right. We get just a little bit of the vinegar, which is great. So we don't need any more. Get rid of that. Give this one more mix. Beautiful. And then we're going to put this to the side. All right, turn off the fire because we are done. All right, leave that there. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my pan down so I can get the oil hot so we can cook the sweet plantains. All right. Appreciate that, Pasha. Appreciate that. Okay. Let's get the plantain. The plantain. Woo!
Okay.
So sharp. Oh my goodness.
Someone asked if you use parchment paper instead of foil paper.
Yes, always. I always use parchment paper instead of foil paper. It's 10 times healthier. It's 100 times healthier, honestly. And yeah, it works just as good. You want to just be careful though, because there's a difference between parchment paper and wax paper. All right. You want the paper that can withstand heat when you put it in the oven. It doesn't burn as fast. All right. Very, very important. Okay.
Rhonda said, I'm so happy I found this live. I'm trying to become a vegan.
What? Wanda, welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Rhonda, my bad.
Yes.
Rhonda, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you being here. And I know you're going to have lots of fun. We're here live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All right. We do 100% plant-based meals. Very delicious, very global, right? Some days we're in Africa. Some days we're in Italy. Some days we're in China. Some days we're in Japan like today. You know, some days we're in the Caribbean. So we cook all kinds of foods. Me, professionally, I've been cooking for over almost 30 years. So, and I've cooked and traveled all over the world, worked in a ton of different restaurants. So I take all of that knowledge and I put it into my plant-based food. So welcome to my channel. I have tons of resources available. Check out the link, check out my profile. And yeah, welcome, right? I hope you enjoy and I hope you have lots of fun. Now, let's get it popping, shall we?
Yes.
We're gonna cut this in half. And then we're gonna cut this in half.
Gina Brown says hello.
What's up, Brown?
And Rhonda said plantains and tofu is my favorite food.
Yeah, welcome, welcome. See, I knew you were coming. See that? See, it's God. You know what I mean? Look how the universe works, right? So yeah, these are ripe plantains. So just imagine the combination: sushi rice, tofu, cucumbers, sweet plantains, avocados, sushi sheets, nori sheets, right? Just you know it's about to be a party on the plate. You know what I'm saying? You know it's about to be a party.
How did you know she was coming? Did you like sense it? Like, was it like
You're funny.
Did you have like that thing? Was it Spidey senses? Was it like that?
Yes, my Spidey senses was going off. I was like, I'm gonna have some amazing guests. Let's do something funky. I mean, we do something funky just about every day. You know, we're cooking. So, you know, that's just how we roll, Rhonda. That's just how we roll. All right? Yes. Okay. So that's ready. Let's see. Let's get our avocado ready because it's about time for assembly. All right. Okay. Gonna What's up, people? Welcome, welcome. For those of you joining for the first time, welcome. For those of you coming back, welcome back. All right. While we prep and get ready, you know how we do. We make delicious food and then we assemble it. We do a few plate ups and then, we sign out. Until next time. All right. So I'm just getting my avocados ready. All right.
They look
Look
really
at
nice.
that beautiful, perfectly ripe avocados. You know what I'm saying? Every single time. What'd you say?
They look really nice.
They do look nice, right? That's what you call sushi grade avocados, baby. Ooh, wow, all my favorites. Yeah, Rhonda. That's how we do, right? That you see, like plant-based food is so delicious, but you also have to kind of know what you're doing too, because some people, they'll take the most amazing vegetables or ingredients and they'll find a way to mess it up. You know what I mean? I remember once my family, we went to visit a house, and it was like a potluck thing, and everybody had to kind of bring something. We get there, and the family made food, and that's the thing. It's like you have to re-educate yourself on what's possible, what actually can be delicious, right? And they made this one pot, like a cream of mushroom kind of soup, and it just was not like it was not good. Like I had to force myself to eat this food. Like it was really, really bad.
And then the string beans.
Like there was levels to the food not being good. But that's the thing. It's like these are ingredients and dishes that can be really tasty and really amazing, but you also have to know how to cook. So like if you don't know how to cook and you invite people over and the food is not good, that's a big problem. You know what I mean? So hence, you're on this channel for those of you who need some additional help. Not that you don't know how to cook, but if you need additional ideas, tips, tricks, resources, I'm your guy. All right. So let's have some fun. Let's see. Is this oil hot? Yes, it is. So let's fry off these plantains. All right. Yeah, it's beautiful. And you notice I cut them into sticks, right? I cut them into sticks because, we're going to make logs. We're going to roll them up. So this way it just works very easily, right? Emma, we have a comment there.
She was laughing, saying levels to food not being good.
Say what?
She was laughing about saying when you said
I'm
levels.
telling you, man. And for me, there's nothing worse than eating food that's not good and messing up my appetite. You know what I mean? Like, even when I go out to like restaurants, like I can't stand when I order the food, it comes and I'm eating it and it's like I'm full, but I'm not happy. Like I'm not satisfied because the food didn't taste good. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Someone said me. I need to know.
huh?
I said I need to know how.
We got you. We got you. All right. Okay.
Someone asked if you've ever been to Jamaica.
Oh yeah, I lived in Jamaica. Yeah. I lived in Jamaica for at least 3-4 years. I lived in Trelawney, Kingston, and Blue Mountain. Yes. 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 Most definitely. I loved living in Jamaica. It was the best. All right, sweet plantains are almost ready. Looking golden, delicious. Yes, Pinky. All right, so rice is done. Rice is done. We have our carrot tofu done. Cucumbers are cut. Onions are cut.
You said what?
Carrot tofu. Carrot tuna.
Right.
Did I say carrot tofu?
Yes.
No, I did not.
You did.
I said carrot tuna.
You did not.
That's what I said. All right. Right plantains.
Someone asked, where are you from?
Me, I am from St. Lucia. I was born in St. Lucia, grew up all over the Caribbean, lived in Jamaica, lived in Barbados, lived in Trinidad and Tobago, lived in Grenada, all over the place. Lived in Guyana. Yeah. My parents used to travel a lot, needless to say. So, traveled all throughout the Caribbean and South America before I was 14, before I was 16. Went to 12 to 14 different schools during that situation. So, my life when I was younger was pretty hectic. Pretty hectic. We got some comments, Ems. We got some comments, Ems. Ems.
Someone said Trinidadian in the house.
Huh?
Someone said Trinidadian in the house, like Trinidad.
Yes, Trinidadian. Yup.
Trinidadian, like a
Yes, Trinidadian. Yes, Trinidad and Tobago, Trinidadian. What's up?
No, like daddy, like Daddy.
Oh, okay. That's Trinidadian.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Trinidaddy. That'd be me. Trinidaddy. I like that.
Miss Pasha said that pot has been well loved.
Huh?
The pot has been well loved.
Oh, most definitely. You see all that on the outside there? You know, it's funny you say that because someone mentioned a while back when I was doing one of my lives that I should get new pots, and I was like, for what? I'm like, that's what pots do. That's what happens when you cook in the pots. That's how you know I'm cooking. You know what I mean? Granted, they can be stainless steel and you know all of that. Like this one is stainless steel and it's sort of like that, but after a while, it's like, bro, let's be honest. I don't have time for that. Appreciate that, Heart. Right?
Rhonda said, oh, what? I'm your neighbor, St. Vincent.
Nice. You see, Caribbean people all up in here. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if any of you are in New York, New Jersey, or that area, there is a Veg Fest happening. Ooh, appreciate that. Thank you. There's a Veg Fest happening next month, August 8th, right? From 12 to 7, I believe. Definitely make sure you lock into that because I'll be in New York, in Brooklyn, doing the Veg Fest. All right, I'll be demoing an amazing dish. This is a 100% vegan festival happening in Brooklyn. They're expecting between 6,000 to 7,000 people. So it's about to be lit. You know what I'm saying? So we're about to have some fun. So if you're in New York, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, New Jersey, come represent.
Rosa was the one who sent all those hearts. And
appreciate that, Rose.
Rosa. And
Rosa.
And what are you frying?
I am frying sweet plantains. Yes, I'm frying sweet plantains. Something that just is delicious on all levels. You know what I mean?
And Rosa said, or Trinidadian if you prefer.
Huh?
She said, or Trinidadian if you prefer.
Yeah. That's funny. All right. My daughter is smiling over here. Don't.
I mean, there's nothing else to really say. That's not as.
All right, people. We're almost ready. So last time we were doing this, right? We were using really hot water to make the.
Miss Judy, she's back.
Miss Judy, welcome back. Last time we were doing this, we did really hot water, and that breaks down the rice paper way too fast. So I've been testing out a few things. And for this particular application, because we have so many layers to build, that it doesn't make sense to use very hot water. So we're going to use warm to cool water. So this way it slows the process down of the rice paper breaking down very fast. All right. You know, you live and you learn. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. All right.
And Miss Judy sent her first gift.
Miss Judy, you rock. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And I have the best people.
Yes. Also, what was it?
Also, what's up?
Just give me a second. Oh, Miss Pasha says she has green papaya today.
Oh, Pasha, green papaya, nice. Make sure you go check out that green papaya video. If you need a little bit of extra tips and tricks to execute on that papaya salad, but I know you gangster, so I know you got it. But yeah, we made green papaya salad a couple of weeks back, and it was stupendous. All right, so my ripe plantains are ready. We're gonna turn this off. We're gonna take these out so they can drain. All right. Oh, beautiful, nice and soft and gooey. All right, beautiful, beautiful. All right, last one. Okay.
All right, sir. Apron of the day. It's time.
Apron of the day. All right, the boss lady has spoken. Apron of the day. So pinned right now is the apron of the day. Check it out. All right, full 360. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, this is our gray situation.
Concrete gray, sir.
Right, concrete gray to be exact. You know what I mean? Deep pockets, just like our knowledge of plant-based food, very deep. All right, we got 2 pockets up top here. All right, we got the emblem situation, and it's an adjustable strap, very posh, very sturdy material. Check the inside, right? This ain't no regular situation. All right, this is like quality. You know what I mean? Smooth. It's like velvet. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're rocking today. All right. So for those of you who want to not only cook the part, but you want to look the part, this is definitely the thing to have. You know what I'm saying? All right. How was that?
That was good.
Thank you very much.
But you didn't do the walk.
What? The walk? What walk? I did the 360.
Yeah, the 360.
That one.
Okay.
See, I got it. It's my boss here, my 16, 15-year-old trying to tell me how to run my business.
Also, just leaving that alone.
All right.
Rhonda asked when you would be in Atlanta.
I'm in Atlanta 24/7, Rhonda. This is where I be's at all the time. All right, but I'm going to be in New York next month for the Veg Fest. All right, so we're going to put this to the side right here.
Humble Girl said good evening, Chef.
Humble Girl, what's up? The fam is in the building. I got all my papes chilling with me today. I love it. Welcome, welcome. Just in time for the assembly. Avengers assemble. Ooh, did I tell you?
I saw it.
The new trailer.
I saw it. I didn't think they were going to come out with it until like November.
Oh man, the new trailer for the Avengers.
Ooh,
oh my goodness. Captain America's back. Yo,
I didn't think
Gambit
they would. I didn't think they would have cast him as Gambit though. I didn't think they would have cast him as Gambit though. Like,
I don't even know why I'm so hyped right now. We still got until December, but
it's 4 months though. It's just 4 months, but.
Phew! That was like, man, I'm so excited. I was in the chair doing my work. I was just like,
I saw you. I didn't know that's what you were watching.
I was like,
why didn't you call me?
Yeah, I was trying to keep it to myself.
Yeah.
All right, let's get our avocados.
Rhonda said, "Oh, okay, I'm in Atlanta. Do you have a restaurant?"
I do not have a restaurant, Rhonda. I consult for people with restaurants. So people hire me to help them fix their restaurants. That's what I do.
Fixer.
Yes. So people hire me to, help them with menus, help them with recipes, help them with training the staff, coming up with new ideas, things like that. That's what I do. All right. Let's slice these babies up. See, that's why I like slicing them in the skin.
Yeah, it's easier.
Yes, it is easier. Well, it also depends on what kind of slices you want, too. But I want some nice thin slices, Thank God for a sharp knife. Okay, we got that there, which is nice. Beautiful. Sashimi! Arigato! Hi. Sashimi. I love sashimi. Vegan sashimi, of course. All right, people. We are ready to rock and roll. Clean my knife. And remember, this is a tip, all right? Anytime you have a really sharp knife, any knife for that matter, all right, you never ever hold the knife, the blade, the sharp part of the blade, you never hold it facing you and wipe. That's how you slice open your hands. All right, you always have the blade away from you and then you wipe this way, right? And always one stroke. You don't do this on the knife because the minute you just bend your finger a little bit or you raise these fingers up a little bit, you're slicing something. We don't want that. All right? That's knife 101. Okay? Okay, basil.
Basil.
Basil, yes. Okay, let's get. These were actually also picked from my garden, people. How cool is that? And they smell so fresh. This is a lemon basil variety on top of all of that, right? So, that's how we do. That's how we do. That's how we do. Do. Actually, what I need to do is print. So my mom, I help well, my mom wrote a book on how to plant in pots, right? So if you don't have a lot of space and you want to plant, you actually can, right? So she wrote a book about how to plant in pots and I helped her publish it, right? Because, I've written 3 books, so I was able to help her publish her book. So actually, you know what? I'm going to print that so I can add it to the TikTok shop so you guys can get your hands on it because it's a really amazing resource. Like she tells you what kind of soil to get, how to make your own natural fertilizer with onion peels and garlic peels. Like, I mean, she's dope, man. She's like a green thumb, So definitely look out for that as soon as it's ready. Yes, Em.
I do want to say.
She does have a green thumb because she be planting all kinds of stuff and it grows. I'm talking tomatoes, cucumbers, bok choy, Scotch bonnets, habaneros, strawberries, long beans, basil, cucumbers. I don't know if I said that already. Like, I mean, she can basically grow anything out of a pot, So let's jump into this. All right. We have our tofu right here.
Yummy.
Okay. So let's get our rice paper. So remember I was saying we have circular rice paper today. All right. Boom, boom, boom. See me? Now you don't. Okay.
You said opposite.
I know. I know what I said. Okay.
You okay?
I am groovy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. So rice paper, we have that going. Let's open this baby up. Okay, so let's test this baby out. All right, we're dipping it into the water.
What temperature is the water?
The water is cool. It's not cold. It's not hot. It's cool, right? And this is the perfect situation. So you want to make sure
Is it
that
room temp?
I would say it's room temperature. Yes, that's a good way to put it. All right, we're gonna do one of these sheets. It's pretty big. Look at that, it's massive.
Very big.
We're gonna do that. All right, that's cool. So we got that going.
Someone asked what's the name of the book.
The name of the book, it is Pot Planting. Right, pot planting. Yes, it's available on my site. All right, so a little bit of rice. Not too much. All right. Then we're gonna sprinkle some furikake, which is literally Japanese seasoning, right? It's crushed seaweed, nori, toasted sesame seeds, salt, pepper, that kind of thing. All right. So after that, we're gonna go with a little bit of our basil, right? Because
so good already.
right, won't look pretty.
Pretty.
Okay. Then next, we're gonna go with some onions. Oh, it's already soft. Wow, that's awesome. Even with the not hot water. All right. So plantains. So we're definitely gonna just dip one side with the next one. All right. We're gonna do avocados.
Did you we have a dipping sauce, right? You already have that?
Yes.
That's the dipping sauce right there.
And then we're gonna do 1 cucumber. All right, we're gonna do our tofu. Peppers. Alright.
Michael said, he's just making stuff up and there too much going on.
Say what?
Said too much going on.
Ah.
Personally. I shall.
Alright, and then our tomato. Alright, because this is basically a veggie roll. You know what I mean? So we have everything here, and then our spicy tuna. And not a lot, just very little, right? Because this is adding color, it's adding taste, it's adding all kinds of cool stuff. And then we flip it over. And as we're flipping it over, we're keeping it nice and tight. All right? Nice and tight.
Do you need another rice paper I can bring out?
Yep. We're going to always do 2. 1 to seal it. So we'll put this down there. We're going to dip this in really quick. All right? All right. So rice paper. We just kind of rub it with the water just so it kind of breaks it down a little bit, gets it nice and pliable. All right? And we're going to put our omega roll in here. Omega roll, and the goal is to roll it nice and tight. It's already tight, right? Beautiful. And we're done. So we're gonna cut open this just so you can see what inside looks like, right? Because that's why you're here. You know what I mean? So, you know, fancy cutting, you know, you can do over this, you can do like this. No, I'm just playing. We're gonna just cut it straight down, right? And look how beautiful inside it's gonna be. Nice.
Wow, that's so pretty.
Right? So this is what we have here, right? So we can do a few things. We can leave this like this and just cut it into slices and eat it as is, drizzle some sauce over it. We can also sear this on the outside because it's rice paper, it's gonna crisp up, right? So I'm gonna put the fire on and I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about.
You put the tofu in, right?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
All right, so we're gonna show you once that gets hot. So in the meantime, I'm gonna just get a plate so I can put this on it.
This boss said gorgeous wrap.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, so let's get another one and let's have some fun. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get our rice paper. Boom. Gonna give that a quick little wrap.
Oops, sorry.
Get our nori sheet, put that down. All right, and we're gonna get our rice. Okay, furikake. All right. And then our scallions. All right, some fresh basil. All right, let's get our tofu. Boom, boom. Let's get our sweet plantains.
Oh, I didn't know you're putting it inside.
Oh, yeah. All right, plantains in. Some chilies. All right, a little bit of heat. All right, I got some onions. Let's get our avocado. Let's get some of our tuna. And our cucumbers. Peppers. That's everything, right?
Yes.
Tomato.
Did you put the tofu?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you
One of the first things I put.
I'm not paying attention. I'm sorry.
I can see that, Emma.
Okay, well, I already admitted it, so you don't have to, like...
All right, people. So remember, the goal is to roll this real nice and tight, right? Real nice and tight. And as you're rolling it, you're pressing it down the sides. So this way, it's sealed real nice, right? So I put this to the side. One more paper, thank you. Okay, we're gonna let that bloom. And then in the meantime, okay, so our saute pan is hot. I'm gonna turn that down. This is almost ready. All right. Beautiful. Sealed up real good, just like this. All right, you can trim the sides, you don't have to. I'll leave it just like that and then right into the saute pan.
Okay, though. As Exquisite Taste said, can you use something else instead of rice to be the base?
Oh yeah, 100%. You can do quinoa, you can do couscous, you can do noodles. I mean, the world is yours. You can literally do whatever you want. You can substitute any of this. That's why I love making stuff like this, because literally you can pick your favorite vegetables, your favorite ingredients, and make it your own, right? We have a message there.
Yes, Miss Pasha said there's water in that oil.
Yes, there was. There was water in the pan. Nice catch.
Rosa said the sizzle.
All right, so we're gonna just let that sear real quick. And as it's searing, it's getting crispy. That's the cool thing about the rice paper, right? That's why I love using it.
Did you hear me? Miss Rosa said the sizzle.
Ah, nice. Okay. Let me get some tongs. This one's done. All right. So let me show you what happens when you sear it. You get nice little pockets. You see that? All right. And that gives you a completely different texture. All right. So then same thing, once it's seared, you just cut into it. And then boom, look at this one. Even prettier than the first one, right? Look how cool that is. Ooh, this is hot, 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 hot.
Miss Pasha said beautiful.
Thank you. Can you move that plate so I can put this one down? Thank you. Give me that. We can take that one to the table.
Okay. For
anyone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We are literally done. I'm going to assemble the rest of these. But yeah, thank you so much for rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for watching the show. This is the Plant-Based Kitchen Lab, all right, where we do 100% vegan dishes every week, all right? So make sure that you turn on your notifications. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you join the channel. Make sure you give me a follow, all right? And send me a message if you would like to learn more about being plant-based, all right? I have an amazing community that people join where they get access to my delicious, coveted recipes, right? You get access to digital cookbooks. You get access to all kinds of cool stuff. Meetups, all that stuff. First opportunity, right? So definitely make sure you check that out. Click the link in my bio. All right, check out the TikTok shop. We got seasonings coming. We have aprons available. Cookbooks are coming within the week or two. Stay tuned for that.
Somebody asked what was that?
What was what? What did I just make?
Yeah.
It's basically a sushi roll hybrid, right? So instead of it just being nori on the outside, we wrapped it in rice paper. So it ends up looking like something completely different. Amazing texture, just dopeness all around. So that's what this is, right? So instead of just making plain old boring sushi, you know, do it Chef Ed style, right? That's all. Peace and love.